Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. It's Tuesday, it's the 17th of January, we've got some new mods and we've got some updates. The map Iowa Plains View by Celebuki has had an update. That does not require a new save game. We have got the John Deere 8R 2016 by JMZ. We have got the map St. Cala by Kaz. That one does require a new save game. We've got the FAR KH45 by Pushcap. We have got the High Vis 3-point adapter by Scandinavian Vikings Mod Rebuilds Team. We've got the map West Bridge Hills by Vanquish 081. That doesn't say whether it needs a new save game or not, though. The Parker 4000 Gravity Wagon by Rooster Mods. The Lizard P310 by Eric, Isaac and AgrarMods, and the Juskin Modulo 2 by STV Modding have all had updates. In front of me we have got a weight. This is the Lizard Weight 1000 kilogram by AgrarModding, 1.18 megabytes download, 2 slots on console. I have never come across this hoop. Unless you want to play a non-regulation game of basketball while you're out in the fields, there is going to be a very specific reason for that. Maybe putting a bucket in or something like that. But that is an option with the weight. Yeah, it's baffled me. What did it say? 1.18 megabytes, didn't I did. Yes. You'll find this under weights. Second one in. Slot count comes down to 1 from 2. We've got the option of ring, no, or yes. With the ring on or off, it will still attach to trailers or anything you want to move around, whether it's on the front or the back. And then we've got an option to change the main colour to anything on that palette. That's it. That's the Lizard Weight 1000 kilogram by AgrarModding. Next, we've got these. This is the Rack and Tray Pack by AgriDesignModding. So we had AgrarModding. This is AgriDesignModding. 3.84 megabytes download. 3 slots and 1 slot on console. These are decorative objects. You can put them out in your sheep fields or cow fields, wherever you want, really. You could put a bale in there. The animals won't eat them, but you can put them in there if you want to. It does say this one can be taken out to the field on a 3-point link, which you can. This one does say it can be picked up by hand or by pallet forks. I haven't got the option at all come up to pick this up by hand. I did manage to get to pick up with a big bag handler. But yeah, when you get it, you may not be able to pick it up by hand, but you can put pallet forks on it or a big bag handler and it will work. You'll find these under miscellaneous. So, the feed bunk, I suppose. You can have scallop panels, self-service panels, oblique panels, falling panel, or back again. And then the tub, plastic tub, just comes like that. You can't actually put water in it, like I say, they are just decorative objects. But if we grab this, and we'll whiz out. Like I said, 3-point link. You take it out to the field, move it around. So if you want to, like I say, it's an immersion thing. You know, if you're doing sheep and things like that, and you want to sort of add it in there, you could put one. You might be able to get some small bales in there, possibly. If you get a full-size bale in there, but you might be able to get a bale in there, and you know it could sit in there the whole time. But you could simulate it being there and move it around the field, or move it around fields, pastures, whatever you want. It would be entirely up to you. That's the Rack and Tray Pack by AgriDesignModding. Moving on from there, we've got this, the B402 Disc Harrow. This is by AAAmodding, 5.51 megabytes download, 6 slots on console, 3 meters wide. It is of the Fortschritt variety. You'll find it under Disc Harrows. Just there, 13 grand, 80 horsepower required to pull it. We're at 10 miles an hour. We've got design standard, brown, green, or back. Attacher type, depending on what sort of vehicle you've got. A standard. We've got a small, big, back to standard. Then we can change the rim colour. So if you're running a Fortschritt farm and you've got a whole load of Fortschritt gear, this can be added into it if you wish. start this up. What I'm going to do, because it's a disc harrow cultivator, I'm going to do it between an area that's already been mulched and an area that hasn't, so you can kind of get an idea of what both will look like when it goes. Actually, pretty much the same. So, shallow cultivation, no stones going to come up. Lovely. B402 Disc Harrow by AgrarModding. Next, we've got the Huard Master 120. This is by KoPi, 8.51 megabytes download. Let's hook up to it. It's a plough, as you can probably see. Very nicely detailed, as was that one. Very nicely detailed. This is 5 slots. It goes from a 2.6 to a 3.3 metre. This is a rotating plough as well, so you can rotate it over when you get to the end of the field, and you can adjust it for transportation so it sits more directly behind the tractor. We'll have a look at that option in a moment as well. With most ploughs, pretty much all ploughs in all honesty, you can create fields with it as well. I know I show it every time I do a plough, but yeah, you can create fields or expand ones you've already got. So this one you'll find under ploughs, 16 grand. Slot count comes down to 135 horsepower required to pull it. We've got a 3 furrow, a 4 furrow, or a 5 furrow. So that's that. It goes from a 2.5, 2.6 metre up to a 3.3. We've got Huard new, so the decals on there are brand new. And then if we go to used, the decals are kind of worn away. I like that. It's pretty clever, and they're all slightly different on each bit where they're worn away. We've then got the KUHN new or used, and then we can add skimmers for the plough as well, which take all the clods and clumps and stuff off as it's ploughing. Those are your options. So when it's raised up like that, this is how you get it. If we go, which one was it? That one? I think it might be that one. I'm not getting that option now. There we go. So L1 or the PlayStation controller and right stick side to side. We can put it away for transportation, so it's right behind the tractor. When we go like that and go the other way, we can go like that and bring it across, or you can leave it there if you want, wherever you want it positioned. Lower it down, and up the field you go, with your leading edge of your furrow being, you know, if it's on the edge of your field, wherever you want it to be. That's entirely up to you. Raise it up, and we turn around at the end of the field, rotate the plough, like so. Drop it back down so the leading edge of our plough is back in line with the last bit we did. Away we go again. Like I said, it does create fields too. If I just put that on and we go off the end, we can extend this field out if we wish. There we go. The Huard Master 120 by KoPi. I'll just drop that down. Next, we have got the Quicke Stengrep. I think that's Stengrep pack. This is by JensM, 8.29 megabytes download. It's 2 slots, and 3 slots. You'll see why. This is designed, it can pick up stones from a field, sugar beet, potatoes, or manure. I think I've gone for the larger one here. You'll find it under front loader tools. I've got it under front loader vehicle, but it'll work on a front loader attached vehicle, tractor, that kind of thing. Under front loader tools, out on the end. So we've got the Stengrep 150, 200 and 230. 470 litres, 600 litres, 670 litres. I've gone for the 670. They're all 2 metres wide, it's just a slightly different capacity. Now, when you're in the field and you're doing it, yeah, Stengrep, I think this one is. Hook it up, it turns it on automatically, so you don't have to turn it on, but then once you lower it into the ground and we go forward, it will pick up the stones. If I just drop it down like that. There we go. We are collecting our stones as we go. Nice animation on that. Go at fair speed as well. like I say, that will do potatoes, sugar beets and manure too. The Quicke Stengrep pack by JensM. Moving on from there. We've got this. This is the round Bale stack. This is by LeoLeo. 2.39 megabytes download, 5 slots on console, and 100 to buy. That will fluctuate depending on the landscape around you and whether it needs to do any landscaping. It's a decorative object that you can place down. You find it in the build mode, under decoration, others, just there. Slot count will come down to 1 if you put any subsequent one on. Rotation, it's not a 90-degree only one. You can put it in the position you want. And you've got some decorative bale stacks. Another fairly straightforward one there. The round bale stack by LeoLeo. Next, we've got this pack. This is another pack by OmaTana. We've got 4 items in this. This is farm production. 11.92 megabytes download. We've got 2 production buildings. The first production building does pretty much all sort of main productions. That's, I want to get this right way around. Was it 19 and 16? 16 and 19 was, I think it was, I want to say 19 and 16 slots, but anyway. So this one does most productions. This one does feed, animal fodder, animal feed type products. You'll see when we look at them in a little bit more detail. That's why this one's got a pipe. Items go in. It makes all the various different things you want it to make, and then you can take them out again, whereas this one produces pallets because it's more of a production chain mod. This also comes though with a buy point where we can buy animal feeds and some liquids, and it's also got a silo. The buy point is 4 slots, 10,000 to buy. The silo is 4 slots, 30,000 to buy, and it's a 10 million litre capacity. One thing I haven't checked yet is for liquids, which we're going to check in just a second. So, come back out from here. These do, I mean, pretty much everything, which is quite impressive. We go to production, factories, and scroll along. We should get to them both. There we go. Yeah, I'm sure it was 1916. So, farm production, and then farm supply production. So like I say, that one does more animal feeds, fodders, mineral feeds, digestate, fertilizers, all things like that. That does more production chain related things. Slot counts on both come down to 1. And then if we come up from there, go to buildings. No, it wasn't buildings, it was silos. Silos, there you go, just there. Silo wood, 10 million litres, just part of this pack. I know OmaTana has released that on its own and in other packs as well, but it comes with this pack too. And if we go along to tools, is it under tools or was it under container? Might have been container. There we go, that one there. Animal food buying station, 10 grand. Stock count will come down from 4 to 1 on that one as well. So that's where you'll find them. What's cool with this as well, this one here, if we go inside, now these animations inside are purely decorative animations. They don't set anything off, they don't do anything in particular. It says prepare dough. That starts preparing dough. Like I say, it doesn't do anything other than that, it does that. And in this one, if we open the door, we go in. This one says mix. I wanted to do it before. Hang on, there we go. Let's do it again. Oh, it's not doing it now. It had an animation where stuff came out the chutes. I wonder why it's not doing that again. Anyway, again. Oh, there we go. And that's purely decorative as well. So, the first one then. Let's go on to manage. Everything gets put in here. We go to manage. And you will see we can do wheat flour, barley flour, oat flour, sorghum flour, and corn flour. Recipes are fairly standard. I think the cycles per month might be up a little bit. Not crazily, but they are up a little bit. We can make bread. Now, if you're going to make flour here, which will go over to this side. So if I set any of those off to make flour, I have got some wheat in there, so I'm going to set that one off. If I want to make bread, I don't want the wheat on storing. I want the wheat on distribution. It says that in the instructions. So if I go down now to, where's my flour? I don't want it on storing, I want it on distributing. So on distributing, it will then recycle it back in the system, and I can then use it for bread if I want to. We can do cake, sugar, sugar beet sugar, raisins, grape juice, sunflower oil, all the stuff in here, pretty much every production, and clothes all the way down. Now, as far as capacities go, it does vary depending. I haven't put everything in. As you can imagine, it would take ages. It took 50,000 litres of wheat, and I put in, what else I put in down the bottom? Wool I put in as well, because I was going to put some fabric wool on. That did 45,000 litres. I would imagine they're all going to be around there. Eggs, butter and milk might be a little bit less. They're normally around the 7, 8, 9,000. They're not going to be hundreds of thousands of litres, these ones. I wouldn't anticipate. I would think if you've got processes running and you set them to distribution, there's no reason at all why things won't distribute to here. Is a production chain. It should do that. I see no reason why not. But yeah, so that will do all of those. And then the other one, I could have done it from that menu, but we'll come to here. Putting in is done here. Taking out, as I said, is done there. And our management is done here. So, farm supply production. Now, this is where things really do change a little bit. We can do grass to hay, direct 1,000 to 1,000. Total mixed ration, various different recipes. So that one includes straw. That one is just hay and silage. That one includes mineral feed. So depending on what you want to run, you can. So if I set, I think I did put grass in here. So as you can see, I've got 350,000 litres of grass in there, and that's barely scratched what that will take. That will take millions of litres. So if I set that grass to hay, that's now running. So I can use my grass for that. And then if I go down to my total mixed ration, I think I put hay, my hay, silage and straw, I put 140,000 litres of each, and again, barely touched the sides. I haven't put any mineral feed in, so I could set that running. But what will happen is, because my grass is turning to hay, my hay, as you can see, is it going up or going down? It's probably going to sit as it is at the moment, because that's producing it, but then that's now using it, because I've set total mixed ration on. We can do lime mineral feed, or stones mineral feed. So we can use lime and soybean to make mineral feed, stones and soybean to make mineral feed. We can do grass silage, hay silage, chaff silage, straw silage, and silage digestate. So that does a mix. I know this is getting confusing. That will do with your silages. So I can, again, because I've got grass in there, I could set that running. I've got hay and stuff in there for all the things for making my total mixed ration. So I could make silage using all of these. And again, when the silage is being made, that can then be used in the process of making total mixed ration. But then if I go silage digestate, that will use grass and water. That will give me some silage and some digestate. That one will use chaff and water, and it will give me silage and digestate. Then we've got seed production. We can do wheat seeds, barley seeds, corn seed. And when I say wheat seeds, it uses wheat to make seed. It doesn't make a specific wheat seed. It will just make seed. 1-to-1 ratio, barley 1-to-1 ratio, and corn 1-to-1 ratio. We can then make lime. I think I've got stone in here, and we've got water in here. I'll set that running. We can make lime. Then we can do digestate liquid fertilizer. So put digestate in, and we can make liquid fertilizer. Digestate and lime will make solid fertilizer. I think I've got both of those, so I can set those off and running. And then we move on to our feeds for pigs. So we've got corn pig food using corn, barley, canola, and sugar beet. Now, actually, which recipe? It was these I meant to say. If you're going to make digestate liquid fertilizer or digestate solid fertilizer, these are a 10-to-1 ratio. So it will reduce down 10 times. You'll get far less out than you're putting in, but you are producing from something. Digestate is quite plentiful. If you're producing it, you normally make loads of it. So that's a 10-to-1 ratio. That does go down. I meant to say that. So yeah, we can do corn pig food, sorghum, wheat, canola and potatoes, and then potato pig food, potato, sorghum, barley and soybean. So we can do pig foods in here as well. So there's a whole range of stuff. And like I say, that filled up soybeans at 100,000 litres, that filled up wheat at 100,000 litres, but my things like silage, straw, hay, grass, they had barely filled up. So I think you will get millions of litres in those, no problem. And if we scroll down now, some of the productions I set running, that's on storing. We've got total mixed ration is being produced. I've got digestate in there. What did I set off and running? Oh, liquid fertilizer is being produced. Solid fertilizer is being produced. Didn't set any pig food off. So these do a whole range of things. The weird thing is, I thought, was it OmaTana? So this is called Farm Production, but there was Farm Production's pack that I'm sure did a similar thing, didn't it? I think it did. Anyway, so all those things could be produced in those two buildings. I know it was a bit long-winded, but I wanted to show sort of what it had. Now, as far as the Buy Anything silo, I did a quick check on the pricing just for wheat. I did 70,000 litres of wheat from this silo, the Buy Anything silo, and I did 70,000 litres of wheat from the 82 Studio one that I've got over there, the Buy Anything silo. This one was 23,000 for 70,000 litres. The Buy Anything silo was 17,000, so it's a little bit more expensive, but Buy Anything, we can buy wheat, barley, oat, canola, sorghum, sunflower, soybean, corn, potatoes, sugar beet, seeds, mixed ration, silage, grass, solid fertiliser, lime, pig food, straw, mineral feed, hay, manure, and we're back to wheat again. So a fair few things. And then what I'm going to do is swing around. Oh, let's do that. And I'm going to grab the liquid one because I wasn't sure whether the multi-fruit silo would take liquid. So what I'm going to do is buy a liquid from that silo and see if we can store it in the silo. It didn't say in the description. I did have a look. I did have a quick read through just to see. So let's pick one, doesn't matter what. So we can get water, lime, liquid fertiliser, herbicide, slurry. You can't do digestate from here. Let's get, I don't know, let's get liquid fertiliser. Don't need much. I wonder if it will take it. It will. So, the multi-fruit silo as part of this pack will take liquids as well. Good to know. So we go. Farm Production by OmaTana. They don't take up much space either, which is quite cool. I do like those. Moving on from there, we've got this. This is the Open Chicken Coop. This is by Edziaszek. 7.2 megabytes download, 7 slots on console, 10 grand to buy. This will hold 40 chickens. Got a little door that we can open and close there. We've got a door that we can open and close here. Feed point is at the front here, tie log box is there, and your egg boxes will spawn round the back. Under build mode, under animals, under chickens, there you go, 10 grand, slot count will come down to 1. Nicely made, nicely detailed. Open Chicken Coop by Edziaszek. Moving on from there, we've got this. This is the Seppi BMS 150. By BlackEyes Modding, 12.86 megabytes download, 8 slots on console, 1.5 meters wide. This is a mulcher, a forestry mulcher. It is specific, well, it does say in the description, it's specifically designed for doing riverbanks, steep inclines, things like that. So with a tracked vehicle, you can come alongside and you can tilt the whole thing, get the right angle, and you can do, I've put a few bits here. You'll see as we do this, be aware, because it is a mulcher, but it is a cultivator at the same time, and it will bring up stones if you've got field stones turned on. So be aware of that. It doesn't just remove the bushes, it will give you a cultivated look and state. There's no way of turning that off, I found. It works with the Volvo. It does say in the description that it works with excavators. I haven't tried all excavators, but I know it works with the Volvo from the Platinum DLC. You'll find it under forestry equipment. Just there, 7 grand. Slot count drops down to 1. No options available. Get like that. Now, if I don't want to do this. Normally, when you press combinations, it will tell you what it will do combinations with. When I pressed that before, I was worried the game was going to crash because it didn't show me anything, and I couldn't get back off the screen. So I won't press it now. But needless to say, like, it does work on this one. It might just be a case of if you've got a particular excavator, it reminds you might want to try it out. So if I turn my excavator on. We've got our movement of our excavator, which will give us our movement of our cultivator. If I turn it on, L1 and R1, and up and down. I can raise and lower that so I can get that out of the way and see what I'm doing if I want to see what I'm doing. We'll come down to the riverbank a little bit. Like I said, we can tilt it, and that's just the excavator doing it. So. And then drop it down, get the angle just right there. As you can see, it's getting rid of the bushes, but it is bringing up, and it's bringing up big stones as well. And the thing is, I've got this a funny angle. If I do it that way, and then swing it, and get my angle just right, I can then just drive along the bank then. If I get the angle just right. It just takes a bit of practice with these things. Drop it down a bit further. Like so. But yeah, so if you don't particularly want field stones being brought up, you might want to turn field stones off. If you don't want it to look like it's been cultivated, this may not be a piece of equipment you want to use. It's up to you. Like I said, there's no option L1, R1, L1, R1. I can turn off the mulcher, but I can't turn off the sort of cultivating tillage side of things. There you go. That's the Seppi BMS 150 by BlackEyes Modding, which brings me on to the last of the mods for today. And it's this little beauty. This little drop nose. We've got a Steyr Case 900 ER 900 series, 34.95 megabytes download. I didn't write down what the slot count was. AgrarDesignAustria is the manufacturer of said vehicle. It's really nice actually. Got quite a few options with lighting and stuff on it as well. Doors and windows open, roof opens. There is an option for 3-point link on the front, and I've gone for one that I'd never heard of before because I thought from the description that it might move with the axle. It hasn't done. It doesn't. It just seems to be just another alternative. Whether it's supposed to in the real world or not, I don't know. But I don't know if you can see that on there. It's attached slightly differently across the axle. Anyway, that being said, let's get straight into it, shall we? Actually, what I want to check is, what was the slot count? Because I should have put that down. Small tractors. 25. Slot count on that is 25. You'll find it under small tractors. There we go. So we've got the option of Steyr or case. I'll go through the Steyr options. All the options are exactly the same. It's just whether it has the case logo and stuff on it. So we can have a 68 or a 75 horsepower. Those are the two options for your horsepower. We've got wheel brand, Mitas, Trelleborg, Michelin. Under Mitas, we've got Trelleborg, under Michelin, we've got this, that, I think that's all of them. Yep. So most of them are under Michelin. Under Mitas and Trelleborg, we've just got fairly standard selection. I think I went for... I'm trying to think what I went for now. Might have been that one. I think I went for as an option. Mirrors, we've got original, or we've got telescopic. Light system, we've got original. Front halogen, rear halogen, halogen pack, LED pack front, LED pack small, medium or large. Back to original, I think I went LED pack large. Beacons, yes or no, left side only. Then we've got front hydraulic, and this is what I'm saying. That's a more standard one we're kind of used to on the chassis at the front. Then we've got axis guided. Because it said guided, I thought, okay, maybe it turns. It's just attached to the axle as far as I can tell. We've got Hauer front hydraulic 2, drawbar coupling, protector, and then back to the front hydraulic 1. Front other attacher, no. Hauer, Quicke, and back off again. License plate option, yes or no. Just hop in it, start it up. So, like I said, I think I went for the LED pack. You see on the back as well. There you go, look. All the LEDs on there. It does give pretty good coverage all the way around, actually. I like that. Beacon. So, under L1, right stick side to side. Let's listen to this as well. Up and down. Does that door. Then under R1, right stick up and down. Does the front window. Side to side. Does the rear window. Then L1, R1, right stick side to side. Does the side window. And up and down. Does the roof vent. All with sound effects. Like that. Nice little tractor, this. I don't know if we had a drop nose Steyr or case. I know we've had drop nose Massies, but very cool. Interior. I just want to try the door. Yep, sound effects. That's cool. Ah. Oh, there we go. Nice. Oh, which I think I was going to show you as well. When you turn the lights and stuff on, the stuff on the dashboard. Nice animations. Does the job. Hopefully. That's the Steyr Case 900 series by AgrarDesignAustria. And that's it for the mods for Tuesday the 17th of January. Hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.